Hello everyone, today we will talk about Uranus transit. Uranus passes through Taurus. The way Uranus behaves in transit in Taurus depends on the position of the individual's natal chart and the house rules of Taurus. This transit may be more prominent in your life when you have another planet in Taurus, transiting, or natal, heavy or easy aspects towards Earth. But the basics are as that. The unpredictable Uranus in Taurus, even though it is on neutral ground, will quickly come to terms with Taurus. Taurus, as a calm and steady sign, will accept the impulses of a new idea, and with its enchanting power, level old constructions, and heat up like a steam locomotive for the next 84 years. New energy will fill our wheels and make them start spinning. Uranus revolutionary energy will not be a very pleasant change due to the usability of Taurus laziness and constant action, and the world will have a shockingly primitive Taurus motion. But even though the launch of Taurus is slow and difficult, the old structures collapse like when a long frozen ship starts moving. It is for this reason that the old structures will not accept change lightly, but the battle is in vain. Taurus strength is unstoppable and ingenuity and practicality are on the concrete plane. Ingenious ways of earning a living are emerging, and certain gains will be sudden and unexpected. Awakening in bull style and the money revolution. Changes in currency and banking, money and banks, we are likely to see large fluctuations in the way it will benefit them. The use of cash is changing all over the world and more people will opt for electronic transactions. Banks are closing as more and more people do banking online. A ton of attention also goes into the unregulated realm of digital values, and we'll probably see a lot more for better and for worse. But certain financial systems will not need to be further dismantled to be built differently. In some cases, this transit carries a doomsday, most often predicting a period of economic decline, major depressions mixed with extreme cases of environmental degradation and chaotic weather. Therefore, making the argument that we have reason to fear holds water very well. Uranus was last in Taurus from 1934 to 1941. Then we were on the brink of World War II, at a time of great upheavals, in which, among other things, the attitude of dominant culture towards money changed drastically, when rationing became the norm for most. We will see a global shift in nutrition and food culture, even the long-awaited decline of the agro-industrial complex as it focuses on local, bioregional, sustainable, and indigenous food sources. Agriculture and soil supply are undergoing major overhauls, and items that are dangerous to the environment require higher taxes such as fuel and vehicles, banned plastics, or savings, and economic water in large corporations and industry. Therefore, how to prepare for these 7 years of radical changes, shock waves, and light revolutions, and this is very important given the bull-ruled house, and the position of the Earth in the natal chart. Sudden events and unforeseen circumstances result in separation from people, work, or resources. And sometimes that's exactly what we need. The purpose of Uranus is to free us from circumstances, relationships, and beliefs that are false, stagnant, and contrary to our nature. Taurus can contribute to you being stubborn with a tendency to act just the way you want because you can't stand sharing, neither financially nor property. So reschedule your possessions of your property, and the things you own. Donate or destroy items that restrain you, especially expensive items that you do not use. Think about what it would look like now to get rid of things that other people would think you might be crazy to get rid of, like an expensive car, or a lavish house. Get rid of debt, borrowing and the old system. Learn to work with your own hands, and when something goes wrong, turn it into something new. Stop throwing away useful things and materials, and be sure to stop using disposable things. Change the way you eat, your diet. Make a garden, even if it's just a box of herbs on the window of your apartment. Take this opportunity to connect with the process of growing your own food or explore in an alternative economy. In other words, now is a good time to start preparing for some of the challenges of the times as we adjust to the much-needed change. Waking up and adjusting your eyes to looking at things from a new perspective is exciting and terrifying all at the same time. Whatever happens, of course, will be something you haven't thought about because Uranus is known for bringing the unexpected.